Hey guys, it's the Tin Man. I've been waiting for, I don't know, a good 5 minutes for that puppy to leave. Just standing the whole time. Well, I was doing some features on my phone here, trying to free up some space so I could give you a shot around here. I've been walking through, mostly around here. I didn't get over to that side, but I was over here and I went along here. I've gone through there, and then, like, this is the way I came. And then I came back, came up over here, and I've made myself over here. But I want you guys to really understand one big thing. Like, I've been here before. I know what went on with this bankside. I know I had my suspicions of how it was happening, whether the river was helping or not, and so on and so forth. Those rocks getting a mess trucked up like they are there. Look at them. That's just a heaping mess. This river flows like this. It's got undercurrents, but it never makes a wave unless something big goes by. The waves calm down. This is exaggeration. Put it that way. Just like this is exaggeration. And if any of you are going, no, that's just all the people and the dogs running around in there and doing that and stuff. You can think that all you like, but what I suggest to do is to pause on a few of these different, the features that you get out of these different looks here of prints. And, you know, most of the time when I'm ever at a beach or something, if anybody has bare feet, I don't see them in here. I don't see 99% of the dogs do not like to go and play in this kind of stuff. Okay? And another huge pattern that you should have picked up on by now that I haven't pointed out to you. Okay? Sure, it rained a little bit today. So all of it got disappeared from here. All of it got disappeared from there. Right along that edge right there. You see that? Right along the edge. See right along this edge? See my prints right here? You're going to tell me that happened? These have been gaining for months and months and months, and a little rain comes by and washes on the sand part of it, because this is a clay part. Watch. That one's got good sand amount in it, but if you come over here, it's actually a pretty nice pliable clay. You know, it's probably something that, I don't know if it's the consistency that people like, but if it is, it's, see how much of the earth all moves, shifts with it and stuff. Yeah. So another thing what they do around here is they come and you can see they haven't broken this down since last night. And I was testing it out a little bit. I broke that one. Just taking looks and trying to, I don't know if you see my point. That one I did. So I walked down here. I didn't end up stepping over. I just don't feel like getting, like right here, just standing there, I did a little skid. And then you get into that one. Like, look at that puppy right there, right? Look at these ones. And then the exaggeration on toe drag. So understand that one. And then I'm going to point you out to another one. So see the toe drag. So whoever's walking in here, put his toes in, and then they drag the toes. No claw marks were left behind in that. And then if you look over there, it looks even different yet, of a toe design dragging out. You know, I know it's mud, and I know things will shift and look different and stuff. Okay, look at this pattern right there. You get to see. Like, when your imagination gets to go real wild here, when you're standing here and you're seeing it in the dimensional value that I get to actually observe all this, you guys are looking at a flat screen. Like, you look at this right there and maybe your eyes don't get to even kind of go into it. But if I put my hand in there, then it helps give you some information. Whenever I'm looking for a barefoot one like this, let me find a better one. If I can. I'm going to show you what I try observing. I'm going to step over. There we go. I just didn't want to take a chance and plant it. So I'm going to look for a pretty decent, like there you can see something going on, and that's, you know, they're doing something there. They leave these little features of confusion but fitting in. You know, so it really leaves us some openness in our imagination. This one looks really kind of like it would be quite small there, as long as the camera is. So look at, right there he is, whoever he is. Nothing, 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 nothing. And you can measure for feet. That's a 6-incher there, that's a 12 inches, you know, stuff like that. So from there to maybe over here, one, you know, any dog that you know that's all of a sudden stuck in this mud here, if he's a housely kind of dog, he's, what's he doing? Tiptoeing through it? Is he leaping and just going crazy, running through it and trying to get out of it? Is he having fun bouncing around, running through it? So look at that little foot there, eh? Okay, kids, drag your foot out. Was that really? And then, so what you did was you stepped and you gave a hard push this way and then dragged. Is that a possibility? Might be. Is it a possibility it was real kids? I just was here and there was 2 kids in their school clothes walking in here, and I was giving them guidance because their parents were down there, and the one kid actually had white sneakers in, and I was saving those parents some upset time, I tell you, by telling them where to go and what to do. There's a pretty good looking one right there again. So you mean, are they kids? Maybe, but I was going to show you a way to understand if they're kids or not. In some of my findings. Okay. Maybe there's going to be one over here, because I know I had come across something that I thought, okay, I'll use that as an example. I cut through here. So look at that craziness right there. What was the dog doing up to here, eh? Then look at the little baby ones right there. And then look at the nice, really nice dimpled ones there. You see the pressure on the dimpling? That one right there. Beautiful. Then you look at that guy. What was he doing? He did a skid down, but his skid doesn't give the proper third-dimensional value of the skid. You know, there's different things that go on that tell you different values. So see right there. See, if I did that kind of stuff more often, I would imagine that's helpful. And then you come over here and a person could maybe even get into the print exchange within the pressing and stuff. And wonder what the what? But you can see with this, you get to see an age of it too. And you know, all this stuff that I'm pointing out is pretty much recently done. Maybe all this other stuff here was hammered out a while back. This pattern here, I actually followed that pattern and watched it as a running pattern and stuff. Where I am pointing here. And yeah, he was believing it. Okay, you know, he's doing a full-out trot or whatever. There was a couple of them around. Might not be even this one. But anyways, at one point, then all of a sudden, it just completely stopped. So I was confused on it, but I was buying that it was a dog's pattern of running. So now one last attempt at looking for a human kind of looking press. And I'm going to show you a little trick that when I find them, when I'm looking for. Alrighty, I came up not obviously finding what I was looking for. Thought I'd seen a good one around here. Probably if I do it fast is when I have my thing with the phone, with the camera going here and stuff. I'm kind of using my speeds a little bit different and stuff. So here's one right here. Shall we just pretend that's the one? Let's just pretend that's the culprit of a, let's say that's a really good print there, okay? So here would be about the length of the heel, and this would be heel. Okay? And then here's the big toe. Smaller toe. Smaller, smaller, smaller. Like that. And in a human foot, like this one's almost giving the impression. We get this ride that goes through here, and that ride kind of, you know, it kind of lasts through here a bit, but it's really humped right here. Are you with me, guys? That's why we kind of make them into the shoe. That's kind of supporting that press that would be humped in our press. So that's kind of almost looking good and humanish right now. Oh shit, this camera is on sideways. Fucking thing. Well, maybe it's not. Sorry. Anyways, so now we turn around and we take this hump out. Okay? Like that. Now you see a flat foot, right? Some people probably are saying, yeah, I've seen lots of flat foot. That's interesting you're saying that. Okay? Now, when you're looking at them and stuff and you're trying to figure out a distinctive value in there, like, let's call that was our arch, and it's pretty big. You know, it's pretty large. It stands out pretty big on us humans. Well, let's just call them also arches too. Right here, you end up getting, now we're with the beam. Right here, exactly in front of the heel. And I believe another one right here goes with the angleness of the big toe down to the little toe like that. So the little toe is still caught up in that function of an arch capability here, a bending capability. A bending capability. Like our naturalness showed, it was almost like there's only one bending capability that goes through the middle. That'll really throw them into a confusion now. So, yeah. Hopefully that was helpful. Ask me questions about it and stuff, and I'm still here. But you guys don't understand my real struggle. And I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to share my adventure here, because it's all of our adventure. Whoever's involved in listening and putting up with the train in the background and putting up with an upside down video maybe, and you know, beat around the bush on some facts because I'm nervous and I don't know what to do exactly. It's not as simple as just throw it out there. You do have to realize that we might not have any laws for these animals that we're talking about right now. But in our country, we have laws for animals. Can my government somehow make me seem like he was out there breaking laws? Yeah, sure, this and that, but he was out there breaking laws. He's got to pay that penalty. Let's put him in jail, because these beings are falling under that criteria now that these discoveries are going on, and so on and so forth. He put them in danger. He put them in a bad situation. You know, Christine from Crypto Bigfoot, something like this. Sorry, Christine, if I'm messing up on that. She would be at this park, say here, in her video, and she's say down in this corner down there, and she's videotaping, and she's going, oh yeah, there's some, I know they're around here and so on and so forth. And she says, I'm not going to tell anybody about this location here because I'm keeping you safe and stuff. And that's awesome, Christine's attitude and everything like that. It's perfect. She's doing great stuff. I have nothing to knock people, especially if they're leaving the information open in a way that she's not fulfilling all the answers. I have a way more fulfilling answer than that. And it's because of the way that I talk about it and the way that I show it. But Christine's worried about that spot and anybody bringing them harm. Well, I'm worried about this spot, you guys. That's the difference with me and Christine. Christine knows that they're in that park, they're in that spot. She goes and visits, she goes to this other location, she visits there, she knows they're there and stuff. And one of the messages I'm trying to give that sister is, they're also in there, Christine. They're also in there. They're also in there, back there, over there, up there, own all that. That's all theirs. This is where I stay, is up in this area, and there's just zillions up there. If I go up on that little hillside, there's zillions up there. They don't chase me around so much, but they are aware of me. And that right over there, that's Gorilla Island. And if you could somehow sneak and be with them without them having a clue, who knows? 100,000 on that island? Who knows? But I'm telling you right now, look at all the trees that bounce high and show unequal patterns all around up on those mountains. I told you a couple of years that it was coming to our mountains heavily, and it has, all of our mountains have been affected by that look. And that's an indication. That's an indication, you know, this nice full tree and stuff. I talked to this one woman that is part of our parks that understands when she looks across the river, she knows forever what she's been looking at. And what she gets to see now from across the river is individual trees. Before, they were so grown together and twisted and ugly and so on and so forth, they looked like a big bush mess of trees. Now you can tell they stand tall, are individual trees. The branches are more into a significant design of growing that the beings like, so they're not finding it necessarily to muck them up continuously through the summer. Instead, they prune them, they farm them, they are doing like their healthy traits, and we're out of time.